Jesse Cartwright, and I'm in private pilot ground school.
I am Mason Marsh, and I am a part of the private pilot ground school.
We learn the basics, how to fly, where not to fly, things like that.
Well, what we do is it's to prepare us for the aviation field and career. What we mainly do in there is aviation, whether we do the fundamentals of flight, we learn what all the regulations and the laws are, and just what's expected of us as a pilot. It's really an eye-opener to see what college is like and pretty much what's expected of us as not really high school students, but as adults. I have a love for the field. I want to be a part of the aviation life. What I wanted to do in my future plans is I want to be a part of the U.S. Air Force, and what that does is that helps me get a good field of judgment on what is expected as a pilot, what I'm going to face is what trials I'm going to meet, and what possible things I'm going to do flying over the United States and over other countries.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Tech next year, and I want to be a naval aviator, so this helps me. It prepared me because it helped me figure out that I really wanted to be an aviator.
The one thing that I do love about our class is that the simulators. The one thing that not any other tech school has, or any other private pilot program, is those simulators. It helps us understand the different fundamentals. We can test things that we've learned that day and go right into sim and fly a plane, and if we crash, just restart. What I love about the class is that it's something that I want to do in my future. It's going to prepare me for my career goals, and that's just what I love.
My name is Malachi. I'm in the Cisco CCNA class at TulsaTech.
We work on networks, how devices communicate over the internet, how they communicate internally. Every career, every business has a network, and it's our job to keep it running.
There's a 1-year and a 2-year course option. The 1 year is just straight through to the CCNA certification. The 2-year is 1 year to the CCENT certification and another year to the CCNA. With a CCENT certification, you're qualified for basically any entry-level network infrastructure job. Average salary for that is going to be ballpark $40,000 out of the class, no degree or anything. Get the CCNA, you're looking at starting closer to 60 or 70K a year.
It is definitely a job that you can support yourself and a family on, no questions asked.
My goal is to pass the class, get the CCNA certification, get a local job as a network administrator, and move on up the ladder from there.
My name is Riley Harper, and I'm taking the animation class at Riverside. I have learned a lot in this class, not just with computers and software. I've learned the creative process. I've learned how to create a character, how to find emotion in something that's emotionless.
It's really cool because I've never done any of this stuff before. I've never thought about even working on this stuff, but once I got here, it was a really new experience. It's not like a normal high school setting. It is definitely like a college class. It's really challenging, and both Mr. Mayfield and Mr. Hopkins, they provide a really nice challenge, and they provide some banter, and it's getting me ready by knowing that I have to do this at this certain time. I have to have this done. I have to make sure that this is right. I can't half-heartedly do this. I can't just throw this aside for 3 days and then go back to it. I need to actually dedicate myself to stuff, and I need to make it the best that I can possibly do.
I want to eventually work for my favorite game game company, Gearbox. They've made a lot of amazing games. I love their style, and one day I want to be able to make something like they do, something artistic like that.
I'd probably either be with a big video game company in the future or with a good movie company like Pixar, Disney, something like that.
I'm Nicholas Redding. I'm attending Aviation Maintenance Technology at TulsaTech. So in my class we work on airplanes, as the name entitles, from anything from your small two-seat general aviation airplanes to an American Airlines airliner to a fighter jet. In my class, we learned how to everything from running the airplane engines to taxiing the airplane, general parts of the airplane. Later stages, we learned how to repair the sheet metal of the airplane, just work on the general structure. And then we go on to learn how to work on the engines, maintain them, change oil, basic stuff you do on your car engine.
This class is getting me ready for my career by just teaching me the basics of it, giving me a guideline, teaching me how to do things the right way, how to look things up in a book, and how to actually work on them correctly.
This class is getting me ready for my career field, mostly because I'd like to be a pilot and maintain my own fleet of aircraft. In 10 years, see myself running my own fleet, maybe a museum of warbirds.
I see myself in 10 years, hopefully in an aviation job, not at the bottom of the totem pole anymore.
My name is Raymond Tresner.
My name is James Stephen Kincaid.
I'm a student here at Tulsa Technology Center.
I'm in the cybersecurity and forensics class. What I do in cybersecurity forensics is studying networks, so computer networks, both on the consumer level and the enterprise level, so businesses and what you got at home. And then it's about securing them, making sure people can't get in, steal your stuff, viruses and malware, how to deal with them, remove them, etc.
Class, I think, is preparing all of us for whether to be professionals, or if we do choose to go farther in this profession that we're training for.
The certifications that I'm earning in this class are 5 parts is the MTAs, which is the Microsoft stuff, and then there's the Security Plus. All those allow you to get to an entry-level job.
I have no certifications, and that's been a big hamper in me trying to start my career. So I'm coming here trying to get a few of those key pieces of paper that will get me where I need to be to prove that I can get that I can do what I say I can do.
I really want to get into this field and be a CISSP, which is a highly paid defense guy for computer network.
Long-term goal, hopefully I can get back into working with a government agency to continue to serve the country that I swore an oath to protect over 8 years ago.
Hi, my name's Austin Brock, and I'm in visual graphic design. What me and my classmates do is we're just given a variety of assignments, from logo design to typography to basically anything we want almost. We're given absolute freedom. She usually doesn't really give us any like straight up handbook assignments or anything like that. She pretty much gives us full out freedom, and that's probably one of the best things you can have in a classroom, because that way you can really learn the thing that you need to learn other than just being told what to do. And as far as this class getting me where I need to be, and as far as a career, it's a very good start. In fact, I dare say it's already pretty close to an actual job scenario. And I think about every student has already had at least one client who has rather given us experience, which is good, or has even so far as paid us for that thing. I think in 10 years I see myself as possibly a logo designer, or be honest, I'm learning a number of things from this classroom, so I could be a logo designer or any other kind of graphic designer, possibly even typography. I could go anywhere I want to.
I'm Jacob Lister, and I'm in the class Computer Network Technology, which is pretty much going over the basic troubleshooting steps for the hardware for computers.
I'm Thomas and I'm from Computer and Network Technology. I've chose Computer and Network Technology because I have always been interested in computers and how they work.
I see myself hopefully taking over my dad's computer technician's job and replacing him when the time comes, or even working with him.
I'm Max Miller, and you're watching 91st Street Live.
I'm Courtney Cole and I am currently enrolled in TV production. What we do in this class is we work on lighting, camera techniques, editing, pretty much anything to do with media production almost.
We've also got to go into the studio and use professional cameras and a basic idea of how it is to run a show a little bit.
I was originally in broadcast sound and wanted to advance in audio, and I thought TV production would be the best way to do that.
Fade to black.
A couple weeks ago we went to the Circle Cinema on a field trip. We got to interview the executive director. We got to talk to her about just what it's like running a theater. If I could choose my path, it'd be cool to create a television show and work on that. And TV production, I feel like it's really helpful.
Not only has it helped with my audio, but I've learned some techniques that can help me in my career. That way, if somebody were to ask me, hey, I want you to create a video and then put audio to it, I can do both.
My name is Bart Wegerson. I'm in Network Systems Administration.
Turned on, but they could all be zero, so it's zero.
We cover several things from networking fundamentals onto Windows 8.1, all the way to server maintenance. In 10 years, I hope that through the certificates that I receive through the various courses here, I will be financially stable and very wealthy.
I'm Heather Jackson. I'm a second-year student in multimedia design.
We do photography work. Been on field trips downtown, shooting, things like that.
We work with Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, just all the Adobe products.
We work towards getting certifications in a few of those programs. First year, we pretty much went into all the programs.
Learned how to work with Photoshop and Illustrator and InDesign.
Second year, we pretty much just applied that to real situations, work situations.
I love all my classmates. We work as a team, we all get along. I love the projects.
Art, creating things, stuff I'm passionate about.
The creative aspect of the class I like working with, all these programs, being able to go in and actually design the stuff. I love creating the logos.
Last year I took away planning. Planning was definitely sufficient. Time management is something that I've taken away from this class, having to put together something in a crunch and things like that, which has worked out great with my second year in multimedia design.
Hi, my name's Ernesto Catalan. I'm in the health science program.
It's like taking a patient's pulse.
We learned the language of medical, which is also known as medical terms. And it's fun. easy to learn.
The lab is probably my favorite, and we learn like the nursing stuff that we're going to do in the future.
This week we're doing vital signs, and we learn how the pulse, pressure, blood pressure, and we also learn anatomy and physiology about the human body, the skin, the bones, the muscles. It's really interesting when you find out how everything works. Your mind is just blown to pieces. And then we also do CPR, which is a good thing because you never know when someone might need CPR or when someone can't, like all of a sudden right in front of you, can't breathe, and you just perform it. And it's really easy, and if you have CPR, you can get hired. And you also, for medical terms and anatomy and physiology, it gets counted as college credit, which is a great opportunity. We have this program called HOSA. It's like an event where we gather and then like we compete over medical stuff.
We become like a family, and we just compete and do different sciences and stuff.
The reason I'm in this class is because I either want to be a ER doctor or a PA.
My name is Alex Ralseth, and I'm from the Mobile App Development class.
My name is Hunter Jackson. I am in the Mobile App Development class.
In mobile app development, we learn Java programming the first semester and then go into Android programming. It's a slightly different programming language in the second semester.
It teaches us the Java programming language. It's one of the most preferred languages because it makes you seem like you're doing a lot of work when you're not. Employers look at it very nicely.
Learning a programming language isn't as hard as you think it is, but also requires a lot of work. Programming itself can be very trial and error type of situations where something doesn't work, but you've got to make it work and you don't know how, so you just come up with different ideas. My friend and I wanted to make a video game together, so we sat down in all of our free time the first semester, planning out and coding this video game, and at the end of the first semester had a functioning battle sequence that it ran. You could have your own name, write in your name, you can battle enemies, you can use magic, you have item drops, you can equip items. I hope I'm working for a video game industry or making video games of my own. I'd like to work for Valve because, their video games are awesome.
I hope to see myself developing games and having fun doing it.